Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel Christmas Countdown, where tonight I have another product that might be something for your Christmas party or for a snack while watching the Christmas movies and specials. This is the new Pepperidge Farm Irish Cream Milano cookies. And if you're familiar with Irish cream, it's probably Bailey's Irish Cream, which started the whole thing in, I believe, 1971. It's not that old in the grand scheme of things, but it's pretty much cream mixed with Irish whiskey. And then this is an ingredient that ends up in a certain class of cocktails, which are probably among my favorites. I tend to like the sweeter dessert cocktails, if you will. I generally prefer, much like with coffee, I like a crazy Starbucks coffee drink more than a cup of black coffee. However, I don't know exactly what they're going to emphasize flavor-wise in this. Is it going to have the flavor of whiskey mixed with the cream, or is it going to essentially be a Milano Oreo cookie, or maybe a Vienna finger? I guess they're thinking this is appropriate for Christmas because if you type in on Google or your favorite search engine, Irish cream Christmas cocktails, you'll see quite a number of festive cocktails using Bailey's Irish Cream. So it's certainly something that has, I think, a fair amount to do with the Christmas holiday season, even if there aren't as many parties this year. And all it says on the very simplistic packaging is rich milk chocolate and the flavor of Irish cream hidden between delicate cookies. Not the most manly of statements, but let's go ahead and get this open here. Well, before I open it, let's go over to our Nightmare Before Christmas Advent calendar and find out what's behind the door for December 7th. Okay, so today is December 7th, a day that shall live in infamy. As one of our former presidents once said. Let's see what's behind door number 7. We've got a blue bag. Okay, so I've torn the bag down the side once again. I have not looked inside, and now together we will find out who is behind door number 7. Doesn't want to come out. There it goes. Who do we have here? Ah, it's the clown. That's right, it's the clown. It's got the big nose, the very sharp teeth, a little, what do you call that, a beanie, a little propeller. Here you see in his left hand, he's holding the unicycle. I almost said tricycle. And over here, the heck is that? And he's got a belt on. And what is that he's got on the belt? You can see the little, like, yellow jacket stripes on the arms. Spots on the back. So this is a very nicely detailed figure like all the others. So a ghoulish Pearl Harbor Day figure indeed behind door number 7. Now let's get this open. And get out of here. At least this one seems like it's more tightly sealed than the last Milano cookie I reviewed. There we have one thing in common with the last Milano cookie is, if you see here, that stripe of the Irish cream is nowhere near as thick as it is here on the package. So a little bit of deception there in the bag. The aroma, well, I smell the milk chocolate. I don't smell any Irish cream. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Well, that first bite is suffering and struggling. It is suffering because of these very thin layers of Irish cream and chocolate. I'm getting a lot of cookie on this one and very little of the filling. Oh, this is really disappointing. I've never tasted so much of the actual cookie part, and it's quite dry, of course, but usually you get a little more filling. I'm getting a lot of cookie and very little Irish cream or even the chocolate compared to that caramel Ralph Macchio Milano cookie I reviewed a few weeks ago. That at least packed a punch of chocolate. I wasn't tasting much coffee or caramel, but at least you had the chocolate. This one they seem to have skimped on all filling. Bob, I'm speaking to you from the Manson Institute for Strategic Studies in Huber Heights, Ohio. This morning I picked up a big breakfast from McDonald's. They're going to build a new library here in Huber Heights. Can you believe it? It's going to be on Brant Pike, which not many people realize this, but that road was named after Cheap Trick bassist John Brant. I'm not making this up. And they're having a virtual meeting on Wednesday at 4:30 to ask, what do you want to see at the new Huber Heights Library? Since here at the Manson Institute, we're part of the community. I mean, I feel like I should participate. So what do I want to see at the new library? What about hot librarians who know the ins and outs of the Dewey Decimal System and wear glasses and uniforms something like they have at Twin Peaks or the Tilted Kilt? There should be stripper poles, water fountains that dispense malt liquor, a cigar lounge, cigarette vending machines, a whole section of books about the Anunnaki, but also the classics like the Aeneid, Great Expectations, The Great Gatsby, Bret Easton Ellis, and Wrong Stall at the Truck Stop Men's Room by Glenn Beck. Well, they asked what I wanted to see. Don't ask the question if you don't want the answer.
Don't ask the question if you don't want the answer. Woo!
Blimey, the promise of Irish cream was a bunch of malarkey on the package here. This is not delivering the flavor that was promised, and it's not even delivering the basic other elements of the Milano cookie that are generally the draw for most people. The cookie itself is slightly sweet, but it's basically just like a vanilla wafer, possibly even a little more plain than that. So the worst case scenario I imagine here, as I said, would be something like a Vienna finger, where you'd at least be getting cream filling and milk chocolate together. I mean, that even gives you something a little more than an Oreo would, but simply by the law of volume, they could not deliver enough of the filling to even give that worst case scenario. So you end up with two dry, I wouldn't really call these shortbread, because shortbread's a lot richer and sort of melts in your mouth. These really need that filling to work, and I'm not getting any Irish cream flavor at all, at least in terms of the actual, I don't know if I can call it a beverage, but it's a liquid substance you put into beverages, coffee, cocktails. Don't taste anything that tastes like Irish cream, and I'm not even tasting much of anything that tastes like cream filling. So I would say go out and get yourself a pack of Vienna fingers. They're shaped very similarly, but they actually have quite a bit of cream filling inside and a pretty rich cookie. And a lot better experience. I think you better put those out for Santa Claus. If you put these out, you're going to get a lump of coal. And these are getting a lump of coal from me. I'm going to give these 1 star out of 5. Definitely a pass for me, and should be a pass for you unless your pack happens to be better filled, and then maybe it's a whole different scenario. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time, tomorrow, on this Christmas countdown. Bye, everybody.